Hi there. Well, we're finally going to try to put this clouds in this sky. Sorry about not being in the picture, but the paint is going to be more important than my face. I'm going to use what they call a filbert brush for most of the time. Let's see, where are we? That's a filbert. You notice it's not square on the end. It's kind of rounded off. That's a filbert. If it were square, it would be called a bright. Now I'm just going to use this brush or a bigger one actually, this one, to lay in the rough backgrounds of the clouds. I need to get it wet first. Now some of my paints were a little on the funky side. They were a little, gotten a little thick, so I added just a drop of dishwashing liquid and a little bit of water to thin them out so that they become back to what they were before they started drying out when we were using them before. I don't know where I'm going to put clouds. I'm just going to put clouds in there somewhere. So we'll start here. Notice I'm just scumbling. I'm not trying to do anything perfect. I don't even know what kind of clouds I'm going to have. I'll just kind of like that. You see this free form here where it's just kind of sticking up a little bit, and it's not. I'm just scumbling. Now I'm using white, apple barrel white, and I will add, to get the shades, the gray part of it, I will use periwinkle blue because it makes a magnificent gray for clouds. Now, one of the things we have to decide here is, where's the sun coming from? That's the important thing. Where is the sun coming from? Now, there's also something else I want to do in this sky, and I haven't done it yet, and I should have done that first. And that's the high, thin cirrus clouds. I will do those with a fan brush, I think. This is the fan brush. I can do all kinds of marvelous things with that. A fan brush is extremely useful. A high cirrus cloud is going to be thin. Those are too thick. They're like that. So you thin it out with your hand. It's not critical. I need more water, I think. Okay. That's what I was needing. A little more paint. Now let's get down some seriousness on these closer clouds. Just keep turning your brush and think clouds. I'm not sure, but I think I'm gonna have the sun coming in on the right side. I'll kind of make these look like they're a little bit windblown. Now I think I want a little more roundness on this one here. Like it's building to a thunderhead or something. Rinsing my brush, deep water first. I'm using about 1 gallon of water in a paint bucket, in a trash can. And then I have a second rinse bucket, excuse me, that's a half gallon of water, fresh and clean. And it will keep my brush that way, as long as I don't let them get too saturated. Now, basically, we got clouds. I mean, they're there. We get the high cirrus clouds up here. We have building cumulus clouds. Now, I'm gonna come back with my my little stubby filbert brush and help give these some form. And actually, in doing this, I am establishing some of the bright white areas. Clean that brush. Now, into my periwinkle blue. Oh, I hate this brush. You know why I hate it? I think it's squirrel. Squirrel is a very cheap brush. They use squirrel hair. It's very inexpensive. It tends to mat and get misshapen, but I think we can use it. Now, if the sun's coming from the right, the left side of these clouds need shadows. I don't like that brush, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to go back to this. This looks like a sable brush. I don't think it is. It's probably nylon. A little darker. See how I'm using right in here. I'm using the gray. I'm gonna pull my palette over here. Here's my color palette. There's not very much paint. It doesn't have to be. I'm going to use this to define or push back this bigger cloud. You don't want it too defined. You don't want the real sharp edges necessarily on a cloud. Let the mind do a lot of the work. I'm darkening the bottom side a little bit on this back cloud. To help give it a little more roundness, fullness feeling. Give it a little bit of a flat bottom so that you can see that the wind is blowing the bottom of it along. Just squiggle your brush around, it's not important. Now this already has a little shade back here, so we'll add that. Now let's work on the, oh, I'm not happy with that. I gotta put more in there. All right. Now, we'll only be a few more minutes on this, I hope. I think this time I'm going to start back here. But that white is still wet, so it blends in better. I'm going to bring the shadow ahead of this one, like that, which takes this far part and pushes it back. And that's what we want. We want to do some of that. So it looks like we got bright white on the front. One of these days I'll show you how to do a rain cloud. They of course will be much darker than this. And clouds, sometimes, if you look at clouds, you need to study clouds. And if anybody wishes, I have tons of cloud pictures. Some I offloaded on the internet, a lot of them I just took pictures myself. So, let's see if we can define these two. I see a little natural going on here, so I'm going to add to it, make it more definitive. This looks a little dark. I'll try to tone it down a little bit with a little tiny bit of white and gray. Think billowy. Gotta think billowy. That's what these young building cirrus clouds do. Get out there, you can watch them. They actually, you can see them building. You can see them rolling and building up and getting bigger and bigger. That doesn't look right. So, rinse the brush. Rinse again. Come back in the white. Yeah, it's a little gray right there. A little white. All right. I think we're done with clouds. We could add more clouds, we could do less clouds. It's totally up to you. You're the artist. Do what pleases you. This is not about what anyone else thinks. This is your sky. Do it your way. Anyhow, I think that's all we're going to do for today. When I get time to paint it again, I'll still use the same picture. I'll put trees or mountains or something there, and I may even change the sky when I do that. Y'all have a great day. This is about a 15-minute video. Thank you.